How's it going, everybody? This is RBT bringing you my NFL Week 6 prediction video. I'm going to predict all the scores. And I'm making all my videos today, so I'm trying to get this by kind of quick. I always say that, but I never do. And let's get started. This is Monday night before the Monday Night Football game, so I won't be able to put the Houston and Giants game or the Jets game in perspective, but I mean that really shouldn't matter. So let's get into it. The Thursday night game against the Pittsburgh Steelers at my Tennessee Titans. Titans, we're absolutely terrible. We have absolutely no defense. Some par quarterback play. It all really depends on the health of Jake Locker. I'm not sure if he's going to be healthy or not. And even if he is, I do think the Pittsburgh Steelers beat us. I'm not going to say that in my TTC video like always, but I want to be non-biased here. Big Ben is going to light our secondary up. I do think we have a decent matchup because the Pittsburgh Steelers, their wide receivers aren't near as caliber receivers that we've faced in weeks past, and our secondary is the weakest link of our team by far. But I do think Rashad Mendenhall does have a big game, and Big Ben can't light our secondary up because our defense is just terrible as a unit, and we just can't get anything going on offense. Chris Johnson, if he can't get anything going against the Vikings defense, he's not going to get anything going against the Steelers defense. So I'm gonna say Steelers 31, Titans 17. Moving on to Sunday, the Raiders at the Falcons. I think the Falcons improved to 6-0, coming off the close victory against the Redskins. Kind of got lucky that RG3 got hurt in that game, but I don't think the Falcons would have any problem with the Raiders. The Raiders are definitely subpar this year. I'm gonna say Falcons 34, Oakland 14. It should be a blowout win in Atlanta. And first of all, I'd like to say I'm sorry if I just made my NCAA video, so I've been talking for like an hour straight, so you gotta forgive me. I might stutter a little bit. Hard to talk for an hour straight without drinking anything and not messing up. But the Bengals at Cleveland. Cleveland still remains winless. They played the Giants tough last week, and the Bengals are coming off a really disappointing loss, upset loss against the Miami Dolphins. I don't think anybody saw that coming. But the Bengals aren't going to play that bad again. They're not going to play, even if they play that bad, they're not going to lose to the Browns. The Browns are just probably the worst team in football. Yeah, we could have an argument for the Titans and the Browns. The Browns' offense did come to life this last week. Brandon Weeden is progressing as a quarterback. Richardson's playing a little bit better. That line is blocking a little bit better, but that defense just was sad last week against the Giants. The Giants lit them up through the ground, or on the ground and through the air. And I don't think the Bengals are going to play like they did last week against the Miami Dolphins. So I'm going to say the Bengals win this game 24 to. It's going to be close, but I'm going to say the Bengals win 24-17. St. Louis at Miami. With this game being at Sun Life Stadium, the Rams are coming off the game against Cardinals. They beat the Cardinals, ruined their undefeated season as thus far. But I do think Ryan Tannehill's playing a little bit better, and he's actually making that Miami Dolphin offense not completely terrible. Reggie Bush is coming to life. He's having a good season thus far, and I do think Miami wins this game. I'm going to say 27-20 over St. Louis. The Colts at the Jets. Jets probably are definitely been the most disappointing team in the season from week 1. Santonio Holmes is out. Quarterback play has been sad. Defense is terrible now since Darrelle Revis has been hurt. Having to convert players like Joe McKnight to cornerback. I'm not sure who exactly got converted to cornerback, but we'll know a lot more about the Jets tonight against the Texans, even though I think the Texans are going to blow them out. The Colts are coming off that surprising win against the Packers. I mean, hey, you're Andrew Luck, a rookie quarterback, and you beat the Green Bay Packers, who were the best team, well, one of the best teams in the NFL last year. So that's a huge win. I think the Colts continue their success and beat the Jets. I think they're going to score over 30 points against the Jets. I'm going to say the Colts beat the Jets 34-24. The Lions at the Eagles. Both teams coming off disappointing games last week. Detroit had a bye week. But Philadelphia did lose by 2 points against the Steelers last week. The week before that, Detroit lost to Minnesota. The week before that, it lost to my Titans, who were absolutely terrible, admittedly. So I do think Michael Vick's been struggling really, really bad, but he comes to life in this game because that Detroit defense is definitely not a great defense by any means. Michael Vick will have success against a defense like this, playing at Lincoln Financial Field, playing at home in front of thousands and thousands of fans. And I'm going to say the Eagles and LaShawn McCoy. I think LaShawn McCoy has a big game, over 100 yards. I'm going to say they should score about 28 points and I say they hold Detroit to 17. I'm going to say 28-17 Philadelphia. Dallas at the Ravens. Ravens should win this game. Their offense struggled last week against the Chiefs, but like I say, in every single one of my videos, a win's a win. Doesn't matter if you win 2-0, 99-0, 99-98, or 1-0. A win's a win. That's all that matters in the NFL. And I think that the defense for the Baltimore Ravens is going to make Tony Romo have another terrible game like he did last game. What did he throw? 5 interceptions. Yeah, I remember he had only 2 fantasy points in my league, and he made the guy lose. So that's kind of sad. But Baltimore, I think, will score a few times on defense and special teams. I'm not sure if their offense is going to have that great of a game, but I do think they get, like I said, a touchdown, at least one on defense. And I say the Ravens are going to win this game 27-14 over Dallas. Kansas City at Tampa Bay. I'm not sure of the extent on Matt Castle's injury. From what I saw, I think he might be out for this game. I could be completely wrong, but I think he's out. But even with them playing, I think they lose to Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay plays really, really well when they play at home. Most of the time. I mean, Tampa Bay can look like the best team in football, but then the next week they can look like just complete crap. They're really good stopping the run, but they're absolutely terrible playing against the pass. I mean, they're playing teams really close. I mean, they've lost. Let's see, they lost to New York by 7 points, lost to Dallas by 6 points, and they lost to the Redskins by 2 points. And they're coming off a bye week, so they're gonna be really well rested. I mean, so they very easily could be 4-0 right now. So I'm gonna say Tampa Bay does win this game. I think they go off against the Chiefs. I'm going to say Tampa Bay wins this game. I'm going to say 30-27 against the Chiefs. Yeah. Buffalo at Arizona. I think Arizona's going to be kind of coming off a few days extra rest playing on Thursday night. They're angry that they got their first loss of the year. I think Kevin Cobb comes back and has a big game against Buffalo. Buffalo, I don't know if they'll be able to do too much against the Cardinals. They're absolutely just the last 2 weeks they've been destroyed. They've lost 97. They've been outscored 97-31 the last few weeks. That's pathetic. Cardinals and Kevin Cobb should absolutely light up the scoreboard against the Bills. And I'm going to say I don't think Buffalo's held to 3 points like they were last week against the 49ers, but Arizona will beat them. Arizona will score 37-17 against the Bills. New England at Seattle. Playing at Seattle at CenturyLink Field. I do think Seattle gives New England a test. It's going to be a really close game, I believe, but I think the Patriots will win this game. I'm going to say 27-24 Patriots. Tom Brady. It all really depends on the health of Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez if they can play, but more than likely they'll be able to. If they're not 100%, I do think they win this game still. But even with them playing, I think Seattle makes it close. I'm going to say 27-24 New England. Giants at 49ers. This will be a fun game to watch. I do think the 49ers win this game. The Giants really aren't as impressive as they were last year. But I say 49ers win this game. They should hold the Giants defense to under, I'll say about 20 points. I say San Francisco scores 27. I'm say 27-20 Giants. 49ers, sorry. Minnesota at Washington. Minnesota's been playing really well. They're 4-1 right now. Definitely the surprise of the NFL as a team. Washington, it's really dependent on how RG3's injury is. I think it was concussion. But I think he should be healthy next week against Minnesota. And he's been playing teams really close. I mean, Washington, what are they now? 2-2, 3-2. I'm not sure. They are 2-3. But just like the Buccaneers, they've lost 38-28, 38-31, 24-17. They played the Falcons really, really close, and the Falcons might be the best team in the NFL right now. And with that said, I do think RG3 and the Redskins upset and beat the Vikings and bring the Vikings back down to earth. I'm going to say 31-30. Really close game against Minnesota, but I think they win. Green Bay at Houston. Houston, I know I just said the Falcons might be the best team in the NFL, but Houston might be the best team in the NFL. We'll find out this game. It'll be a really fun game to watch. The Packers should score a bunch of points, but so should the Texans. Green Bay is going to be looking for revenge after getting embarrassed by the Colts last week. But with that said, I don't think the Packers are as impressive as everybody was expecting them to be this year, and as some people just assume that they are. And I'm going to get Houston in this game. A really high-scoring game. I'm going to say 38-35 Houston this game. And last but not least, the Monday night game, the Broncos at the Chargers. Chargers gave the Saints their first win in the season last week. Denver played the Patriots kind of close. It was a lot close. It was not really that close, actually. It was 31-21. Peyton Manning had a big game, over 350 passing yards. I think the Patriots held Willis McGahee to like 50 yards rushing. I might be wrong. But, hold on. Let me get my thoughts here. I'm going to go Broncos in this game. The Broncos are giving up 120 rushing yards per game on average, and that's not great at all. But San Diego with Ryan Matthews, sorry. I think he will have a big game against the Broncos. I don't know what happened to the Broncos D-line, what happened to their defense. They were a lot better last year. But I do think Denver beats San Diego. I'm going to say 31. I'm going to say 31-21 over San Diego. So, yeah, that's been my week's, what's that, 6 week predictions. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys later. And as always, roll tide and go Sox, go Titans. I'll see you guys later.